Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Annalise and this is my channel where we get planty with it. So it's that time of the month again. We're at the end of January, which I truly can't believe. It feels like we just hopped into 2022, but I'm gonna be sharing my favorite plants of January with you today. So if you wanna see some fun, exciting plants, then keep on watching. So first I'm going to show you a couple of the new plants I got this month. I'm really excited about this first one. This baby here is a Hoya Sarawak. Look at how big this leaf is. It's crazy. So this is a plant I've wanted actually for a long while. And caveat, I didn't actually get it this year, so it's not being added to my 2022 purchasing. I actually pre-ordered this back in November from a seller on Etsy who said they would be ready to ship out in January, but you had to order a few months early. So I paid for this a few months ago. What was crazy is when it arrived the first time, it had completely died due to cold damage. The entire leaf was brown and smushy, and I told the seller and they were so nice and sent me a replacement with a heat pack this time, and it made it perfectly. It also has a tendril, but I think new growth is going to come out up there at some point. We'll see. But I'm just very excited about this Hoya. This is one that's been on my list for a while. Okay, plant number 2 is actually not my plant. My boyfriend bought it because he loves Alocasia and saw it and it was a great price. Now, we did not expect it to be this size, given it did say large on the Etsy shop, but the plant was only $40, so we did not expect it to be this large. And then it showed up this morning in a massive package. Here it is in all its glory. This is an Alocasia Lauterbachia, I think. I'll write the correct name on the screen, but this guy is massive. I mean, you can see the leaves are obviously bigger than my head, of course, and it's just huge. We really did not expect this. I mean, I love it. It's so beautiful. It's definitely such a statement plant. We're gonna have to put it on the floor somewhere, but I just love the leaf shape. And then the back of the leaves are purple. It's like a really deep, dark purple. How pretty is that? And it is already putting out a new... Holy frick, it has mealybugs. Mealybugs are one of the few pests that really freak me the freak out. Oh, I'm so mad, and I just put this near my other plants for like a minute. Okay, well, let me show you guys what I'm seeing. This is no longer a favorite, for the record. Oh, they're so gross to me. I can't even, oh. Can you guys see that? Let me cover my face. That little white dot there. That's a mealybug. When you look close, you can like see its little body. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna move this and isolate it because that's disgusting. Ugh, I don't know why. I can handle spider mites. I can handle, well, I've never had thrips, so I don't know if I can handle them. But for some reason, the look of mealybugs, because they look like bugs. Spider mites don't really look like bugs to me. They look like dots. But mealybugs like make my skin crawl. Ugh. I'm gonna message the seller and let him know, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna treat the plant obviously as best as I can, but I actually did not end up treating the plant. The more I looked at it, the more bugs I found, and I was honestly too grossed out, so it went straight into the trash. I did message the seller though, and he gave me a full refund and was really nice and apologetic about it, so all is well now. I am sad though because I love that plant, so I think I'm gonna have to find another one to replace it. That's a bummer. It literally arrived this morning. I just hope it did not, it wasn't touching anything else, I don't think. That would be such a bummer, but we'll see. Anyway, moving on, it happens. That is no longer in my faves, by the way. That is out of my face. But I do really like the plant. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful plant. Next up is a plant that is finally doing what it's supposed to be doing, and that is the Philodendron Florida Ghost. Look at this leaf. So I've had this guy for a while, and the first probably 3 or 4 leaves that it put out came out a light green color, kind of a lime green, and then they would fade down to this green. For the life of me, I could not get it to put out white leaves. For a bit, I doubted whether it even was a Florida Ghost, but you can tell from the red petiole here that that is a Florida Ghost, so I knew it was, and I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. It was sitting under my grow lights for like 12, 14 hours a day, so it was definitely getting enough light, but finally I got fed up enough and I chopped it. You can actually see where I chopped it right there. And I had a top cut, and this was the bottom cut, and all of a sudden after a couple months the bottom cut started growing a new leaf, and miraculously it's an all white leaf. The only difference between the conditions it was in previously and now is that I moved it to my windowsill. It actually gets probably less light than the grow light because my window is a east window, but maybe the natural light is what did it. However, the top cut I took, I moved into my cabinet, which is under artificial grow lights, and that one also put out an all white leaf. So I don't know if cutting it maybe was the secret. You can see these were some of the previous leaves. I don't know if you can tell, but they basically came out a little bit lighter than this and then hardened off. This leaf is yellowing, and it has been for a while. But I didn't have any white leaves until this point, so I really don't understand. Maybe cutting it kind of spurred the white growth, but very exciting. Look how cute that baby leaf is. Okay, next up is a plant I actually just repotted, so I've been looking at it a lot recently, and I love it. This plant sits in my bedroom, and so I see it right when I wake up every morning and before I go to bed, and it's just a stunner. It really stands out. It sits in my second IKEA greenhouse cabinet, and it just makes such a statement in there. So let's look. This is an Anthurium Regal. Look how stunning. This is the new leaf. This is the leaf it had previously. I think I've shown you guys this at some point. Not doing amazingly, but hanging on. This one, obviously you can tell this one is not perfect. It's missing a little bit of the bottom. We don't know what happened, but the bottom just kind of like curled under itself, and it's there, but it's just squished in. But regardless, I think this just looks so, so pretty. It was also definitely root bound in the container that it was in, so we just up potted it into a slightly larger container. It's in Leca, and it's been super happy. And I actually can see, it's really, really hard to see. It's really subtle, but a little bit of new growth getting ready down there. That little tiny stick right there. That's gonna be new growth. So I'm really hoping that it'll be able to hold on to more than 2 leaves, because before it would drop a leaf when a new leaf came because it was root bound. So I'm hoping that now it has more space, it can really reach its full potential, because these leaves are just gorge. Next up is a philodendron that I finally staked up. I've been meaning to stake this guy up for so long, but it was just growing so well, and it was growing kind of wonky, so I didn't know how to stake it up, and you'll see what I mean. This is my Philodendron Mayo Eye. I think I've definitely shown this one a couple times in favorites because I just love it. This leaf shape is so cool. Now the issue is, the reason why it was hard to stake up is because, as you can see, the stem has this really crazy shape here. I'm not really sure how that happened. I guess because I wasn't growing it up a pole initially, it just decided to like trail in some weird way. So I tried my best to stake it to this bamboo pole there. This piece is just gonna stick out, and that's fine. Of course, it's already reaching the top of the pole, so I'm gonna have to replace this very soon. But I just think it looks so cool. It looks very like structural, like architectural. I don't know. It almost feels like a piece of art. Now that it's staked up like this, I love this plant. And I can't wait to see the leaves get bigger. Also, something about the backs of the leaves really just I love. Like, I don't know what it is, but something about it is so pretty to me. I guess it's because the petioles are kind of like a deeper pink tone or something. Anyway, this is this guy, the Philodendron Mayo Eye. Highly recommend. Okay, and then I have one last plant that I'm really proud of. So the genus that this plant is in is known for needing higher humidity. So this plant was living inside my IKEA greenhouse cabinet since I bought it. It came as a very small baby, and it's been living there. It's been doing great in the cabinet, putting out tons of leaves, but it was getting too big and taking up way too much space in my cabinet. I'm also having that same problem right now with my Jose Bono, so I need to figure out where I'm gonna put that soon. But this guy was the first to move out. I was super, super nervous because I didn't really have anywhere to put it. I wanted to be getting decent light, but I know that grow lights can maybe be too harsh for it, but I just didn't have a very high humidity place to put it. So it's been sitting in my living room, which sits between 30 and 40% humidity. So very low ambient room humidity, and it's been doing amazing. Here is my Anthurium Poppy. This is the newest leaf it put out since I took it out of the cabinet. It's the biggest leaf by a good amount, and it's still hardening off. It's not done growing. You can see it still has kind of a reddish tint. Look at that. That is so stunning. So here are some of the previous leaves. This beauty here, actually the craziest. This is the first leaf I put out in my care, and it had started with leaves even smaller than this when I got it. It lost a few starting leaves, but now it's doing really well. But can you believe it went from this to this? I can't believe it. I was so ready to lose some leaves and have some yellowing when I moved it into my living room, but nothing has gone wrong, knock on wood. Everything's been going really well, so we are very happy with this guy. It definitely does make me wonder if Anthurium really need as high humidity as we think, or maybe it's just certain Anthurium don't need it as much as others. Comment down below, do you have some Anthurium that are totally fine at room humidity? I kind of want to move my Anthurium Pallidiflorum that I got from Echeveria out of the cabinet, just because it's already growing really long pendants, and I can tell it's going to get in the way very soon, and it'd be nice to just have it out, but I'm worried about, is it gonna brown? Is it gonna yellow? Is it gonna crisp? So definitely comment down below your experience with Anthuriums and having them in more of a regular humidity. Okay, y'all, that's gonna be it for my January faves. Comment down below what were some of your favorite plants from this month. I love to hear about them. And otherwise, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.